So you've learned how to build ships, simple ships. Now you want to know how to build a reactor. Well, okay, Mr. Dark HT3WY, whose name is definitely does not look like a name I would name if I were a bot. That's what I would make my account if I was a bot. They're giving you the benefit of a doubt. You got real fingers. Could you make a tutorial on reactors? That I can do. So for the reactor, really all you're gonna need to do is get yourself a reactor. Now these are a little expensive to get, but once you get one, you'll realize, well, to power one steam turbine, you're gonna want 3 of them. And the reason for that is that they don't produce enough, so you need 3 of them to make up for how much a steam turbine is gonna use. So to get you started, probably want to get a couple polysilicons. Gotta love polysilicon. And temperature sensors. So the temperature sensor, it senses temperature, right? Well, if you set, it's 0 because it's gonna deactivate, and then 1000. So the way this works is, as long as the temperature is anywhere between 0 degrees and 1000, it will deactivate the rods. It will pull the control rods out. See if I put it on this one. It'll start pulling them out. There it goes. And when you want to put them back down, say it gets really hot and you need to put them down before the reactor goes critical. For that, all you'd need to do is go 1050. I like to think 1050 is pretty safe to infinite. If the temperature is hotter than 1050, it will put the rods back down. It will activate them with the pink one, which is activate mode, and then blue is deactivate. You should know this. We did this last time. And then blue would be deactivate. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the rest of these hooked up. Now that your reactors look something like this with the polysilicon and temperature sensors on them, you can go ahead and get a microcontroller. You'll need 3 of those. Mind the radiation. What is happening? You can get your microcontrollers, and inside of them you'll put a code that I'll have in the description, as well as, might as well just check off start on spawn. Then you can throw those up here somewhere. Then you'll need 2 ports and a dispenser for each one. And you just throw them on like this. Take your first port, and it will have the face facing outward, this black square, because it's going to touch the dispenser. And you make sure this has port ID number 2. I died. I'm already dying again? Are we serious? Anyway, port ID 2. And then you take your uranium bin, attach it to the dispenser. And then you take your port with port ID number 1. And that one has to point down into the reactor. So now, when you click the microcontroller, it'll activate the dispenser, and it'll fill up. And then it'll stop filling once it's full, and then it'll heat up, and because of a temperature sensor and polysilicon, the control rods will drop when it gets to 1050, keeping it at a perfect, almost perfectly efficient, because if it gets to 1200 degrees, it'll go critical, and then the temperature will keep rising until it inevitably just blows up. So you want to keep it below 1200. Alright, I set up the other 2, just like the first one. So next you'll need water. A lot of water. So I've built this contraption in Studio and then spawned it in. It's just a bunch of pumps with an antenna and a transporter. It'll all transport into this bin, which I will now move over here. See, it's taking it, and it'll turn it into steam, which is attached to the turbine. So now the turbine will spin and produce power. You can see, we're making power. That's pretty much it. The only thing is you'd want to make a lot of these. And far away from your base in case anything does go wrong, because you can see how long it takes for the rods to actually drop all the way. Yeah, so let me know if there's another tutorial you want. Now, there are only so many things I know how to do. Like, for example, waste of space car video from, 5 years ago. I cannot do that again. I don't know why, I can't make it work. Nothing seems to work. I welded the tire to the drive box. The hinge is on the drive box, the wheels are intersecting, the wheels are on it, the wheels are off it, it doesn't matter. So no matter how you put it, like that, or if I put it in one, if I use a weld constraint, if I even use a rod constraint in game, no matter what I do, it does not stay attached. The wheels pop off, it falls off the drive box. If I could get that to work, I'd be motivated enough to make the suspension again. But just because I can't get that part, the wheels to even work, what's the point? Other things like house. I can show you how to build a house. You want a house? It has lights. We can do... Forget reactors. We can do combustion turbine. That one's pretty simple as well. Also, I want to hear in the comments, wow, Spooks, thank you for the new video. It's a Merry Christmas indeed. Otherwise, I'm banning you from my account. You'll never get to watch my videos again. They'll all just be 30-minute videos, not a second longer, not a second shorter, and it's just gonna be a black rectangle, no sound. That's all you get. Unless my demands are met.